Well, look, I'm not the most popular person at home at the moment, as you can appreciate. There's so much sport on. That's pretty much taking up my entire weekend.
That's it, James. September, there's always lots to pick from. Let's get into it. I think you got some Premier League for us again.
That I do. It's basically killing my sleeping patterns, but I'll make do. And I'm going to start with Chelsea. I'm backing them to win and over 2.5 goals in their game. They scored 6 against Wolves last week, and I suppose buying all those players is at least giving them some competent goal scorers. Up next, I'm going to go over 3.5 goals, Newcastle and Tottenham. I mean, plenty of attacking talent on offer there, and we know Ange loves to play on the front foot for Spurs.
He does.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go a little bit more of a lower scoring game for Liverpool Man United. These two sides, they might cancel each other out, but I've got to give the edge to Liverpool here because, well, United seem destined to shoot themselves in the foot here and there. And just for good measure, I'm also throwing in Arsenal to win because it's Arsenal.
And you're an Arsenal fan, so I mean, why not?
Of course.
There we go. Look, I know we're both excited for the NFL to start next week, but we've got college football, a big slate of college football starting this weekend. I'm kicking it off with Georgia taking on Clemson. Big game for the Tigers to start the season, but I think Georgia's defense is going to be the difference in this one. I'm taking the Dogs minus 13.5. Then we go south to Florida. I'm going with the Gators to beat Miami in what would be a bit of an upset. Monday, we've got LSU taking on USC, another big game for both sides. LSU has gotten off to some pretty poor starts to start the season over the last 2 years, but I like the minus 4.5 against the Trojans team that has got a very inexperienced offense coming into the season. And then finally, I'm going with the Aggies to beat Notre Dame on Sunday. This is a big one for the Aggies at home, but I think their defense can make a difference here. I like them to win. Those 4 legs, $13.19.
That's pretty good, and most of those USC players are now in the NFL, so it's a lot of new faces for them too.
Exactly right, James. We've got a joint multi though. What do we got?
We do? All right, well, how about you lead us off? We've got a couple of rugby league legs. That season's coming to a close.
Absolutely. I like the Titans to upset Newcastle this week, plus 9.5 with the line, and then I also like Manly to bounce back from their loss last week. I'm going them plus 4.5 against the Red Hot Bulldogs. You're going Premier League again, I believe?
I'm going Premier League and La Liga. I know, shock horror, me going for football here, but well, let's be honest, it's the most fun sport for me at the moment. And Manchester City, minus 2 goals in their game. Well, it's Man City. They're really, really good, and they've still got the Norwegian cyborg Erling Haaland up front, so I think they'll make short work of what has been a pretty average West Ham side. And I'm going over to La Liga as well. Real Madrid, minus 2 goals in their match. I think they're going to make short work of Las Palmas, which I'm actually surprised they got out on the first go.
Yeah, I'm impressed too. Very good. We've got to be getting a good price for this one though, surely.
Yeah, well, let me just put it in on my phone. Let's see, on the app, and I like this. $39.27. So that's pretty solid value, I think, for this weekend.
And we were only a leg away last week from hitting the joint one, so we've started the season okay.
Yes, no word on who got that one wrong, though.
Yeah.